Hello folks. Today we are going to learn how to say no and how to ask questions in the simple past. Now, what is the simple past? We learned that when we talk about things in the past, we use the simple past. Remember this example? Yesterday already shows you it is about the past. Yesterday there was no school, so we played in the garden and later we watched a film. You know that in the past, simple past, we have was or were, and all the other verbs have the infinitive. For example, play plus ed. That's the simple past. But what if we want to say no in the simple past? In order to understand this, we have to take a look at the simple present again. For example, here, I like reading, but I don't like singing. My brother plays football, but he doesn't play handball. You remember, in the simple past, we say no by using don't, which is short for do not, or doesn't, which is short for does not. Sorry about that. And whenever it is he, she, it is does not. And when it's I and so on, it is do not. So if we take a look at our grandpa when he was young, years and years and years and years ago in the past, we can say, my grandpa played the guitar, but he, now look, didn't play the piano. He didn't play the piano. He played the guitar, but he didn't play the piano. And he didn't play the flute. And he didn't play the harp. And so on. Didn't is short for did not. And you say didn't when you want to say no in the simple past. Take a look at this again. We can say that, for example, I didn't go to school last week because it was so warm. So I just didn't or did not go to school. But we can also say, my sister didn't go to school last week because it was so warm. My sister did not go to school last week. So we say didn't or did not for all sorts of people. I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they. It's always didn't, did not. And if you remember, in the simple present, it's a little bit trickier. You say, I don't go to school, but you can say, my sister, or you must say, my sister doesn't or does not go to school. It's this kind of he, she, it rule, you know, doesn't. But here in the simple present, It's always, always, always didn't. In the simple past, sorry. So in the simple past, it's always didn't. Let's have some more arrows to point it out. Okay, now when we want to ask questions, how do we do this? Again, let's take a look at the simple present first of all. We say, do you play football? The answer could be, no, I don't. It's a short answer for no, I don't play football. No, I don't. Let's take a look at the next sentence. Does your sister play football? And the answer here is yes, she does. Does your sister play football? Yes, she does. Now, if we take a look at our grandpa again, when he was young, years and years and years ago, it's quite easy here. We have did, where we have do or does, and the same goes for questions. So we say, did your grandfather play chess? And in the second question, it's no longer about my grandfather, but about a more important thing, chocolate. Maybe you've got some chocolate and suddenly you see there is no chocolate anymore. And you point at your little brother and ask him, did you eat all that chocolate? Did you eat all that chocolate? So here again we have do or does, where in questions we only have did in the simple past. In the simple past here, did. Did your grandfather play chess? Let's say he did. And so the answer is yes, he did. Yes, he did. And in the other case here, the only answer to such a question can be no. No, I didn't. Of course not. I didn't. No, I didn't. Which is short for no, I did not. So I hope you know now how to say no and how to ask questions in the simple past. It is always something to do with did. Thank you for your attention.